Hey, cross trainers. One of the main resources I use for cross training is a book entitled Daily Office by Peter Scazzero. When he looks at Hebrews 12, he attaches to it a story about Francis of Assisi. I just simply want to read that story to you and just digest it, listen to it. He begins by saying this: as Francis grew more passionate about his relationship with Christ and less interested in his father's lucrative business, their tension grew, the tension between Francis and his father. This culminated, and then he quotes a book, the father dragging the son before the local bishop in the hopes that the town's religious authorities could talk some sense into the young man. But the plan backfired. And did it ever? Just listen to this. There in front of God and everybody, Francis stripped off his clothing, handed it to his father. Standing there naked as the day he was born, Francis said, "Until now I called you Father, but from now on I can say without reserve, Our Father who art in heaven." Francis went on his way rejoicing, suddenly freed from the encumbrances of wealth, family, and self-esteem. Now, I'm guessing you could see why Scazzero attaches that story to Hebrews 12. It's that whole call of laying aside the weights of this world or the sin that so easily entangles. For Francis, that was this business. That was money. It was wealth. It was self-esteem. It was even his family. He laid it all aside to pursue passionately Jesus. And this passage calls us to do that. Calls us to lay aside things in our life that are weights when it comes to running a race that is long in order to pursue Jesus. He gives us the examples of past people who've done that. The great cloud of witnesses found in chapter 11. The great cloud of witness that is St. Francis of Assisi. But he also gives us the greatest example, who is Jesus Christ. It says there that Jesus, for the joy set before him, endured the cross. Now, joy set before him and cross just don't seem to go together. But this is the picture that I think helps me at least. I remember when my wife was pregnant and going into labor with our children. She had had some previous people who had been through that experience say to her, what's helpful is to take a picture of that ultrasound and to paste that baby picture on the wall. Or take some clothes that child is going to wear, pin it to the wall in front of you so that you can focus in the intensity of that labor pain on your joy, which is the life of that baby. Jesus, for the joy set before him, what is that? What I think that is it is a relationship he is creating, a life he is giving. That language of John chapter 3, being born again into a relationship, a life with Jesus Christ. That's the joy for Jesus. And so he endures the cross. He doesn't enjoy the cross, just as I don't think there is any woman who enjoys labor. But he endures the cross for the sake of the joy he is going after. We are called to do the same. To lay aside any weights, to lay aside anything that is distracting us, slowing us down as we run the race set before us, looking to Jesus. The race is this Christian discipleship walk we're doing. And our joy, the focus we pin on the wall, is Jesus Christ. He is our life and he is our joy. And we run through this life like a marathon runner. It's not always enjoyable, right? It can just be downright hard. But we get through it with our joy Him being our focus. And so the question I'm inviting you with me to wrestle with is this. What are the things or thing in your life that is weighing you down? What is the sin in your life that is tangling you up as you try to run and passionately pursue your joy? Jesus Christ. Let's be bold today to lay it aside like St. Francis of Assisi and pursue Jesus.